How much do you pay for land? How do you know if you are overpaying for land? That's probably one of the most common questions I do get is, what is the going rate for land today? And the answer is, it depends. I wish I could tell you black and white, this is the going rate for land. But the truth is, it is highly dependent on your location, on your area, what you want to do with it, as well as the size of the land base. And so, for example, I am here on the coast. I'm in Southeast Georgia, here along the coast. Coastal values are obviously going to be a little bit more than if you go 2 hours inward. And why is that? Because we have the appeal of the coast, especially the development appeal of the coast. So land values are naturally going to be more expensive here. And whether you get small acreage or large acreage, it is still going to be more than if you drive 2 hours inward. And it has everything to do with that coastal appeal. Now, when you break it down to, are you looking at properties for development, whether it is a home site, a 1 acre property, a 5 acre property, a 10 acre property, that is going to be significantly different than if you look at property for recreational and hunting purposes. For example, if you look at a 30 acre property, a 50 acre property, 100 acre properties. And the general trend, whether you're on the coast or inland, is that the smaller the parcel, the higher per acre rate. The larger the tract, the lower the per acre rate, right? And so that trend is going to be typically the same. And so, for example, and I'm making these numbers up completely here for example purposes, here on the coast, you could have, say, a $35,000 per acre tract, right? And that could be for anything under 4 acres. It's $35,000 per acre. And again, completely making these numbers up. If you had a 100 acre tract, that what was now a $35,000 per acre rate can drop down to $10,000 per acre because you're getting larger volume. Think of it almost as like shopping at Sam's versus going to Walmart. You buy one individual item, you tend to be paying more for that one individual item. You buy the items in bulk, you tend to get less per rate because you are buying more in quantity. That same factor is true when it comes to land, whether it's on the coast or whether it is inland. And so when you ask, what is the going rate these days for land, it's really kind of a trick question because it is dependent on where you're located, where you're looking for that land, the size of land, and what you plan on doing with that property. If you'd like to get a real honest answer, work with someone like me, a land sale specialist, who can do a little bit of a deep dive comparing properties that you are looking for to give you a more realistic and honest answer of what you should expect on budget. So if you'd like to talk together, shoot me a comment. I'd love to hear from you.